female rapper.
Yep.
Yes.
And producer.
Alright. So, with your music, what genre would you place yourself in? Because I know there's like a new raging type of music. Is that what you...
Okay, so I would say that I started with that, and then I'm ending with more of the like experimental like rap, so more like Travis Scott, Kid Cudi, Kanye. But I'm gonna still make like, you know, the hype music, because of course we're in Miami, so I can't like be vibing on stage all the time, but mosh pit scene. But definitely I'm more geared towards like experimenting with my voice and experimenting with a lot of beats and stuff like that.
So at what age did you get into music?
I would say that I got into music around 8, honestly, because my brother was like the biggest like Tupac fan, like obnoxious, like had everything Tupac, like had the conspiracy theories, everything like that, and he's a lot older than me, so I was just like, you know, I want to rap like you because we're from Jersey, so he's very lyrical and like, you know, wordplay and stuff like that, and I was just like, I want to do that. So basically I started like making songs, if you will, at 8. They were really trash, but like when I got like 15, that's when I actually started writing complete songs and complete thoughts. And then I met my boyfriend back in 2017, and basically we met on some music shit. Like it was dope, and basically he was the only person that wanted to record me. Literally, nobody was like, nah, bro, we're not gonna let you record. I don't think it's gonna be that good. I don't want to help you get studio time. And he was like, nah, let's go to the studio. And that's when I started, like 2018. That's when I first recorded something.
You said people didn't want to work with you. Why do you think that they didn't want to work with you?
Because one, like with family members, it was more like they knew that I could rap and stuff. It was more like they didn't think I was ready yet. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah, we need you to get lyrically better before we put you on a track. But for other people, like people I used to associate with, it was more like on some hating shit, no cap. Cause it was just like, you know I can rap, and you let every trash nigga in the world hop on your shit, but you ain't let me hop on it. And like, I feel like eventually everybody started to take notice, because honestly I've only been recording for a year and I almost have 10K plays like to myself. I have no features. It's only been me and his, you know, me and my boyfriend's beats. I don't like work with people too much, and by myself I was able to accumulate almost 10K plays by myself. So eventually, and now I'm getting everybody in the world, hey, let's do a feature, and I'm just like, where were y'all a year ago? Okay. But whatever.
How did you do with the fact that they were more so not supporting you because you felt like there was hating?
Honestly, I really didn't care, because at the time I didn't realize like it was hating. I was just like, oh, they're just gonna go to the studio with everybody else, whatever. And then you see like the people that they work with compared to what you make, and then you have all your friends telling you, hey bro, like why are these people hanging out with these people and they're not even good? Like I don't understand. And you can rap, and everybody in my school knew I could rap. Like they're like, oh yeah, she weird, she a little weirdo, but she can know how to rap, you feel me? Because I used to be having little ciphers and shit on the back the bus and shit like that, and you know, there was like the younger kids that used to look up to me. They're like, yo, you gonna be hard, like, and I'm like, yeah bro, I know. People don't see that, but like I basically pushed through all that shit, because like no cap, all my life bro, I was bullied type shit. So it was just like, for being the weird art kid, you know, I draw and shit like that, so like it was just, I was always attracted to like Odd Future, and I went to like black schools, so they're like, you're the devil worshiper and you're gonna shoot up a school, and I'm like, bro, what does me listening to Tyler have anything to do with any of this? Like I don't understand. But yeah, so I was just used to like people not, you know, resonating with me and not supporting me at all. So I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just do what the fuck I want, like honestly.
You mentioned people bullying you. How was it? How was that? Because I know I don't like bullies. I don't stand for it. I actually fight bullies. Cause that's not cool to me. It makes me sad to watch somebody get bullied. And like, you've been through the experience. How is it? Because I never been through it.
Yeah, I felt that. Basically, it honestly started when I first moved to Florida. Like, right now, like, my voice may not have as big, predominant, like, up north accent. You might hear it a little bit, but like, you know, I've been down here for so long, but when I first got down here, I'm talking like this. I'm going to school, you know, open the door. What y'all doing? You feel me? And like, I'm 7 talking like this. They're like, why you talk like that? Why you talk like that? Where you from? Like, you feel me? I went to the most ratchetest school in elementary school, and they were just not having it, bro. They're just like, first of all, and then on top of that, like, I'm mixed. So my grandmother, who is a white woman, would come and pick me up from an all-black school in a place where it's like, up north, that's not weird. You feel me? Everybody's mixed up north, everybody's together, but like down here where it's like, you know, there's still like that racial kind of tension, even with this generation. It was weird. They're like, oh, you a cracker. All this other shit. Cause I'm hella light skinned. I'm the lightest one in the classroom besides the other Hispanic girl that was in my classroom. They're like, you're a cracker. We don't like you. Oh, you think you better because you light skinned. I don't even know what the fuck going on. I'm just like, yo, what is this? I don't understand racism at 7, 8 years old, but this is what they're like giving out to me. I didn't know that existed. And like, you know, I'm just thinking like, hey, everybody's light skinned up north. Like, that's normal. Like, everybody's mixed as fuck up north. Like, down here, it's like, okay, yeah, they just started getting into the mixed culture and all that other bullshit. But like, when I was a kid, you come get picked up by a white woman, you a cracker. Come on, now. And then when I got to middle school, because I started doing art, and I've changed elementary schools like 3 times. Because of bullying. Like, my mom was like, okay, we're just gonna take you out of this school, we're gonna put you in another school. Because I'm a softie a little bit, you feel me? I'm not gonna be out here fighting. And on top of that, I was always going to art school. So if I got into fights, I lose my art scholarship at that school. And I'm going to like, you know, one of the top schools in Miami, like art performance wise. And my mom's like, you can't, you know, get any bad grades. You're not even supposed to be going to this school at all. You don't live nowhere near this school. Like, this is a privilege. So she put that in my head, like, oh, you gotta get good grades, you gotta stay out of trouble, all this other stuff. So I couldn't get into fights and defend myself. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just have to take it for the next 12 years. And that's exactly what I did. When I got to middle school, I went to a school in Pinecrest, which is mostly white. And that's when I also received the other type of racism. You feel me? It was just like, oh, you're poor, oh, you're black, we don't want to hang out with you, you're not wearing Aeropostale, you're wearing like Walmart clothes, I'm poor. Like, bruh, like, I wasn't out here wearing like Jordans and shit. I'm wearing like Converse, like regular shit.
I don't believe it's poor, but I mean
like to them, because they're like, oh, well, if you don't have Hollister and Aeropostale and you're not buying Starbucks, this is the culture at my middle school. I've never seen so many white kids do drugs in my life at 13 in my life, bro. I swear to God. Like, all of them had like lunch money for like $50 a day type shit, and they're just like spending it on Xans. That's the first time I've ever seen Xans, was in middle school, because all of them were too rich. Like, you know, black middle schools, you know, they got weed. You feel me? I've seen kids snort coke in school, like, type shit. Like, they was already on that. Like, bro, y'all wildin'. Like, and then got to high school, then it was back to the black school, because I was like, I'm tired of the white shit. Get to high school, and then it was just like, oh, you're really skinny, you're underdeveloped, nobody's gonna like you because you're this big, and like, you're light skinned, we don't like you, you're weird, you listen to Tyler Creator, you're a school shooter. That was my nickname in high school, literally. Why are you always wearing black? You're not wearing Jordans, you're not wearing fucking True Religions. I don't like it. It was just a whole bunch of bullshit, honestly. So throughout all stages of life, I was just rejected by everything. And even in my own family, like, they supported me because I was a different kid. Like, I wasn't, like, my mom, bro, like, they were hood you know, that's why it persuaded me to do music and say fuck if anybody tells me no, because somebody's gonna tell me yes. Somebody told me yes before, and now somebody gonna tell me yes one day to do something else. You feel me? So that's why I always keep in my mind, like, in the millions of no's, you're gonna get one yes.
So basically, at this, like, you can't be happy because you go this way, they don't like this. You go this way. Okay. Like, people are weird. Sometimes you gotta say, fuck it. Whatever. So, with all of that you've been through, like, you think it had a negative or a positive impact on you, on your whole human life?
I feel like it had the most positive impact on myself, because if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be individual. Like, I wouldn't be an individual. I would be like every other bitch out here, like, oh, I need to have a man with money, and I have to have bundles, and my nails have to be done. Like, I'm like, yo, like, I'm cool with that. Like, I got a lace wig in the closet right now. You feel me? But it's just like, that's not a necessity for me. Like, my thing is like makeup. I like weird ass makeup. I kind of toned it down because I didn't want to like do some extra shit today. But
you should have. I would like, I'm into makeup too. I'm into weird shit. So I would like to see it. So.
But like, yeah, it was like, because I didn't have enough time. I woke up a little late and I'm like,
Okay.
But yeah, like, I like weird shit. Like, I like weird shit. Like, I like weird clothes. Like, I like weird everything. Like, I don't know, I just was always attracted to that type of shit. Even when I was younger, like with the whole like Tyler the Creator, like that nigga was the weirdest nigga coming out. Kid Cudi was the weirdest nigga. Kanye, all of these niggas were weird, and I was just like, yes, this is it, chief. And I don't know, I've just always been attracted to the weird. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, without that bullying, without that, you know, rejection and all that other shit, I wouldn't have been, you know, been able to be myself, my true self. Because throughout this whole time, I've been myself. I haven't had to be fake for nobody. Like, I wasn't scared, oh, they're gonna bully me because I'm wearing this. I still wore fucking black to the T with the under fucking black eyes and the damn swag caps and weird t-shirts, and I was just like, high socks for days, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck y'all. Like, that's how I was vibing.
So, I know you mentioned Tyler the Creator, Kanye West, Kid Cudi, which I also love them too. So, like, is that who inspires you?
Honestly, if we're gonna go based on like inspirational wise, I feel like I have like a little chart in my head. Like, first would be Isaiah Rashad. I fucking love Isaiah Rashad. Oh my god, like, he just resonates with me. Like, that's my favorite rapper, honestly. And I know that sounds really odd. Like, people be like, well, Kendrick's better, or like TDE is better. I don't give a fuck who's better or who's not. Like, I fuck with Kendrick and shit, but like, Isaiah resonates with me way more. I'm like, yes, that is it. And then second place is a tie between Travis Scott and Kid Cudi, and I'm just like, yes, like, this is it, chief. But like, yeah, Kanye would also go into there, and Tyler the Creator, definitely. Because, like, I'm not gonna say he's like my favoriteest rapper ever, but like, he did, you know, teach me basically, like, don't give a fuck, be weird, bro. Like, you don't have to give a fuck. Like, I remember I seen this interview with this nigga, and he was like, you know, I was being rejected in band class, and I was rejected from this and this and this, and they told me I wasn't gonna be shit, and you know, Grammy nominated. You feel me? Like, that shit's hard, bro. Like, I feel like the people who, you know, push through the negativity are the ones who are able to, you know, make it in life. Because, you know, it wasn't easy for me growing up. I was a very underprivileged child. I was on a welfare, food stamps, all that shit, going to the welfare office, you know, ducking crackheads every time I get out the house, like, type shit. Like, I was living in the dope hole. Like, if anybody knows, like, where Ghouls is in Miami, not it, chief. I lived on Sugar Hill, and it was horrible, bro. Like, it was just like crackheads on every street. And growing up in that type of environment, being a weird kid and everything like that, it was just like, you know, I don't want this. I'm 20 years old, and you know, I met someone that could help support me. You feel me? And I love him for that. But like, when all the odds were against me, you're not gonna have no money. Like, it's hard to find a job. We came up to Broward with nothing, type shit. We got a job, we got a crib to ourselves in our name. We got a whip 2020 Corolla in our names, type shit. My parents don't give me money. They don't have even money to give. You feel me? So it's just like, you know, anything is possible. I wouldn't have thought I would be living in my own house at 20 years old. I know plenty of people that don't even have their own car at 20. Like, they're still driving their parents with. So I'm very grateful for that shit, you feel me?
That's good, that's good. With the way you brought up, did that have like a positive or negative impact on you? I know you said the bullying had a positive, and you know, with all this, people, it take a toll on people. Leaving around, people saying no, and all that crazy shit that people like to just run their mouths and maybe shut the fuck up sometimes. Did that have a positive impact on you or a negative?
I feel like at first, that at-home life did have a very negative impact on me. I was not, you know, mentally stable for a very long time. Like, for a very long time. Because it was just like, you know, you go to school, nobody likes you at school. You go home, and you gotta deal with bullshit. Like, no cap. I was living in a 2-bedroom house that was probably as big as this living room right now, with 6 other niggas, and I'm sleeping in the fucking living room with me and my little brother on a bunk bed in like the hottest room. Like, there was no AC, because my mom's boyfriend would just like be an asshole and like buy us shit, because he was a drug dealer. So he would just buy shit just to break it when he gets mad or some shit. So we was in the fucking living room, no AC, no windows, hot as fuck in Miami, like, you feel me? And I would just have to come home. Sometimes, hey bruh, the lights are off, the water's off. So I had to go to school, you know, taking showers at other people's cribs, you feel me? Fucking like eating at other people's cribs. I used to literally never be home on the weekends because I was just like, nope, I'm not staying home. My lights are off, my water is off, I don't want to fucking stay home. I want to go out, I'm going to go to my best friend's house. And I feel like my friends, like, that's why I still have the same friends that I've been had for the longest, you feel me? Like, them niggas knew what the fuck was up. They saw like what kind of shit that my parents, I'm not saying that it was completely, you know, oh, my parents are just little fuck ups and whatever, you know, they had to do what they had to do. That's why like I have friends, like I've had the same friends for the longest amount of time, because they knew what was going on. They knew that, you know, I wasn't in a predicament to be home and it wasn't necessarily safe. Like when I was 5, I first moved to Florida. Somebody got their head blown off in front of my house on some crazy shit. And then like I remember like my mom picking me and my little brother up, running in the crib like, oh shit, somebody just got their head blown off. And apparently it was an ex like football player, and that nigga was like on witness protection for gambling or some shit. And he had $1 million in a trunk. I'll never forget this shit, because my mom got so hot. She went, because my grandmother was a nurse, so she went out to check if the dude was alive, and like she's on the phone with like the cops and shit. She's like, no, he cannot be resuscitated, he is gone, like period. Like his head was just off type shit. And then they found out on the news. I'm sorry, this is just a funny story after this, because like my uncle is a thieving asset. So basically he was looking at this man's gold chains. They had VVS's on it and shit. He's like, bro, let's just take the watch, bro. Like, just take the watch. They're like, nah, bro, fuck that. Don't touch this man's car as evidence. You're not touching the car. So we find out on the news a week later, there is a $500,000 in the trunk. And we would have just, nobody was there for a good 30 minutes. And we would have just popped the trunk. We could have been good for a good minute. Like, a good minute. But it's just like, bro, like, the irony. Like, what the fuck? But definitely, like, you know, my childhood was a very rough upbringing. Like, nigga, I remember there was times that my mom was like, hey, bro, we ain't got no food, so we just gonna have to go to Walmart and rack the fuck up. Like, my mom's telling me this at 12. We're hopping on the bus to go steal from Walmart for food type shit. Like, and it was just like, if we got caught, my mom would just come through and be like, oh, I don't know why my kid, she would do this little act like she don't know what the fuck going she would just be like, okay, just don't get caught next time, type shit. Like, what the fuck? But it's just like, you know, that was the type of shit that I had to deal with. And I mean, like, some of it was like funny memories, but like, to a normal person, they'll be like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, nigga, what? What are you going through? Like, why are there always crackheads at your house? Why do you always have fucking, like, you know, random amounts of money sometimes? Like, and it was just like, bro, like, my mom was like straight hood mentality, bro. You get it how you live, you feel me? So it's just like, you know, that kind of has like a negative effect, because it was just like, damn, I don't know if a nigga gonna eat when I get home, fuck. I don't know if we gonna have electricity when we get home, fuck. I don't know what kind of shit my mom and her little boyfriend was going through, fuck. Like, that was just always like, and then on top of that, my uncle was a thieving ass nigga, and he used to stay with us, and he used to just fuck up, like, he was just one of those annoying ass niggas that, like, if you was playing, like, you're it. Of course you're gonna be playing. Can y'all stop playing? Like, nigga, what the fuck? Shut up. Like, I hate you, bro. Like, I hate this nigga, bro. And, like, he would just do shit like that. Like, he would just, like, oh, y'all talking too loud. Get off the damn phone. Like, Paul, shut the fuck up, dog. Like, get out of my business, bro. You're so annoying, dog. I swear to God. Like, but, yeah, bro. Like, and then I had to deal with that nigga. So it was just, like, whole bunch of drama. My mom was trying to fight his girlfriend. Like, the girlfriend was staying in there. She used to run her damn mouth and then run in the room and shit. And then my mom be trying to beat her ass. And then like my mom's boyfriend would be trying to fight my mom, but like because apparently we found out he was like he had a record of domestic violence. My mom did not know this, but my mom is from Jersey and she a fighting ass bitch. Like, you ain't finna like just knock out my mom. I've seen my mom drop a 6'3" nigga. She is 5'7". Like, I'm talking about like big. Like, I'm not talking about some, you know, weakling ass little nigga. No, I've seen my mom knock out a 6'3" nigga. I would never fight my mom. Period. I don't give a fuck what kind of arguments we got in. Period. I'm not fighting her, bro. Y'all got me fucked up. But he would be trying to like do this whole domestic violence bit. My mom literally knocked one of his tooth out one time. He had like 3 knots right here, split his mouth open type shit. Like, was fucking his ass up, bro. And I don't understand, like, how can you keep getting your ass beat and keep trying to do the same shit? Like, I don't understand, bro.
I'm getting tired of getting your ass beat.
Like, bro, like, how do you, like, it's like a bitch who can't fight but continues to talk shit. Like, bro, do you not, like, stop? You're not good at this. This is not your trade. Like, stop.
True. Let's talk about your music. When it comes to writing, where do you get your inspirations from?
Honestly, it just depends. Cause like there'll be songs like Crack Baby that I made, and I feel like I made that song as like a joke, like in a joking sense, so it wouldn't be as dark. Cause like now that you listen to everything that I was talking about, it's like my life was pretty fucking dark. You feel me? So I'm like, you know what? I couldn't make the whole stereotypical, oh, I was raised in the hood, song about the gang. You know, it was hard out here in these streets, you know what I'm saying? But I was just like, nah, bro, like, let's make it something entertaining that somebody could listen to and be like, this shit lit. Why is she talking about being a crack baby though? But that shit lit, you feel me? Like, it, like, literally in the beginning of the song, I'm like, everything I say is 100% facts. Like, everything in that song was legit, like, literally happened, like, everything from the scamming to the drug dealing to my mom on drugs to everybody on drugs to, like, selling Zans in school, everything in that song was facts. But, like, it was just, like, it just sounded so, like, you know, YouTube poppy-ish that people were just like, yeah, this shit go hard. And then when I say, yeah, bro, all this shit was true, they're looking at me like, nigga, I thought you were joking. Like, I thought this was just like a funny little song you made, you feel me? So there's songs like that where it's just like, I take my own personal life and, you know, put it in my music. And then there's songs like Tech. Tech is like, literally, I remember recording that shit and he was making the beat. I swear I make the best songs on the spot. Like, I'll have a song, like I have a whole rhyme book that I have not even touched. Like, not one lyric has been taken from that shit. Cause every time like he plays a beat or like I make a beat, I'm like, all right, let me write some lyrics. All right, let's record this shit. Cause like, you feel me? Like, that's when the best shit I feel like is always made. Like, and it's just like, even if I'm not even talking about shit, even if I'm just talking about just shooting a nigga, I ain't never shot nobody. Listen, feds, y'all not finna 6ix9ine me. I ain't shooting nobody. But listen, it's for the entertainment. You feel me? You feel me? But like, literally, like, even in like tech, like, nigga, I really had guns in the house. Like, y'all niggas wasn't coming in there and expecting to rob a nigga. Like, that wasn't gonna be the case. But it's just like, you know, for the entertainment purposes, you know, I can write something really simple and, you know, something catchy that somebody will like pick up really easily. Like, I was at a show performing tech and, you know, some people knew the lyrics, but like, after like the second verse comes on, the second chorus comes on, everybody's singing because the shit is like easy and catchy and like everybody's like, okay, this shit hard. You feel me? So it's like, I swear like I'm the catchiest nigga ever. But like, you know, that's where like, inspiration wise, I get inspired by the beat for those songs. Like, whatever the beat feeling like, however the beat feeling like, I'm right into it. You feel me? But like for like songs like Stranger Things, Orlando, I'm dropping a song called Sayonara. But, you know, all of those are actual like feelings. Those are my feelings, and when I'm being soft and squishy or whatever, and I'm just like, I want to write a song. And like, I tend to make my music with the lyrics kind of gender neutral, if you will. Because one, I am fully aware. So if you guys comment on my songs one more time, or comment to me in my DMs, hey, why don't you sound like a dude? It's on purpose. Okay, I do this because psychologically, I took psychology in college. When people have like this preset like image of what something is supposed to be, they'll base it on that. So if somebody is just scrolling down, YouTube and finds my song, or comes across it on SoundCloud or some shit, and they don't know I'm a girl, they're not gonna have this automatic, oh, this gonna be some Cardi B shit, this gonna be some city girl shit, I don't even want to listen to the shit. Yeah, you can have, and that's why I also don't put my face really on my music. Like, I always do drawings for it, because it's like, yeah, you can just draw a bitch on the cover, ain't nobody gonna ask no questions. But I mean, like, I feel like after like the 5th song, you see the same drawing, maybe it is a bitch, but you don't know. But like, you feel me? Like, you can't, like, as a female artist, we all know that it's kind of harder, because niggas don't respect female artists like that. They don't. They really don't. Like, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, y'all can rap, but like, what can y'all actually do besides talking about your, like, bro, like, I don't want nobody to have that kind of mindset before listening to my music. I'd rather you listen to my music and be like, hey, who's this? This joint hard. And I'm just like, hey, it's me. Wait, I thought that was a dude. Yeah, I knew you thought it was a dude, and that's the purpose. I don't put songs where it's just like, oh yeah, this nigga is gonna do this, and this nigga gonna do that. And I don't genderify anything. Like, Stranger Things, like I said, like, oh, this nigga, I forgot how the lyrics go right now, but I gotta sing the whole song. But I was just like, this nigga better call me back, this bitch, da 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 da. So like, you don't even know if I'm talking, what gender I'm talking about. Because I want people to be able to sing my songs and rap along with my songs without feeling, oh, this shit kind of gay. Like, you feel me? Like, no disrespect to the gay people, but I know how niggas think. They're just like, bro, I'm not gonna be saying, oh, I'm gonna go suck some, like, that's weird. Like, that's weird for a straight man. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna put nobody through that. Like, you feel me? Like, Rich ass dick, give a fuck, that nigga, like, niggas don't want to sing that. They're just gonna be like, yeah, it's low-key hard, but I'm not finna be blasting it all over the internet. You know what I mean? Like, I can't let y'all know that I listen to this. You feel me? That's weird, dog. Like, that's weird. But it's just like, yeah, that's why I'm trying to make it like as neutral as possible when I write. So like, people can all relate.
It's good. And you're like the first person I met that I've been interviewing actually doing that. Like the first person ever. Because usually people like, I'm just gonna rap because I'm a nigga, I'm just gonna rap about cars and all that. And then there's the one female, I'm gonna rap about love and all that. But you're like in the middle. Like that is dope. Like that is dope. That you actually think like that. If most people would think like to be different, it'll be good. Because a lot of people are trying to follow the Cardi B wave or the Playboy Cardi sound. Like you're like, sometimes it's like once you hear it once, it's enough, but when like everybody doing it, it's that's what takes people away from your music because you sound like the next person. I don't want to hear it. I already heard it before. Yeah. But you're different and you're trying to like, keep it up. I love it. I love it. You're dope. I love it. Thank you. Okay. Let's talk about challenges you face being a female rapper.
Oh, I'm not gonna say no names, but these niggas wildin'. Yo, I'm not gonna put certain rap groups on blast, but what I will say is that some pretty notable people try to fuck out of female rappers. Like, yo, like they're like, oh yeah, you wanna do a feature? You gonna have to fuck. Now I don't even wanna work with you no more. I don't wanna be, like, my thing is that, like, I don't care how big your name is, who you're associated with, who you are, this, and that, and the third. If you disrespect me in any type of way, I'm gonna make it with you or without you, bro. So it's not gonna make me no difference. You feel me? I just saw that as, an opportunity to, expand my horizon, expand my fan base. But if you're on that fuck shit, oh nah, I can't even deal with you. Like right now, I've been looking for managers, and of course I've come in contact with managers, but they're always on some weird shit, like some shiesty. Like, oh yeah, like, we need you to come down and like be naked and bro, nigga. What you thought? Cause this is the stigma around female rappers. First of all, when they meet me before they hear my music, they're automatically assuming female rapper, quote unquote, thought rap. That's what they think. So when you hear female rappers, you're thinking, oh well, if she's gonna be rapping about doing this and that and this, let's try to get her to do this, that, and the third. I don't even rap about that. I don't want that image for myself. I don't want to be the known as the girl who is the thought of the city and fucks everybody. Like, bro, I don't want to have that kind of image. You feel me? So that's what I'm not gonna rap about. Whatever you rap about is what kind of attention you're gonna get. You feel me? And definitely that is something that, I actually learned from my boyfriend. He's like, yo, you have to be cautious of what you rap about because
it's like manifesting it.
You're manifesting it. If you're talking about, oh, if somebody wanna come kill me, they can come shoot me, I don't give a fuck, like I'm always with the gang, bro, you won't die, nigga. Yo, you can't do that. Like, you can't, like with tech, like I rapped about having guns and all that other stuff. At least, at some point, I could have said, yeah, I had a Draco in the house. Yeah, I had an AR-16 in the house. I had all these type of guns in the house at one point. I'm not speaking from, oh yeah, I've never even seen, never even touched, even had ownership of a gun. Like, bruh, there'd be people out here like certain rappers that be like, oh yeah, I got all the pistols and the texts and stuff on me, and they have never seen a bullet in their life, bro. Like, bro, you haven't even seen a shell. You haven't even seen like the little guns in person. You haven't even seen that. Talking about, oh yeah, I keep the Glocky on me. Come on, bro. No.
Fuck out of here.
No. Skedaddle. Like, bro, get out of here, bro. At least, yeah, I don't have that shit on me now, but at least I had it on me at one point. You feel me? Like, you wasn't coming to my crib. Like, this wasn't happening. But definitely, as a female rapper, you have to be very mindful of who you work with because, yeah, it could be nice intentions and good intentions, or what may seem like good intention, and then next thing you know, you're at a porn star's house it was like 17 minutes. And you're just like, what is going on here? Like, you know, I had people that have been in that predicament or some shit like that, but it's just like, you know, you just gotta be mindful, honestly. Cause like, you know, the people that I have respect for, I know that, you know, every boy-girl relationship isn't always gonna be platonic, there we go. Sorry, dyslexia. Platonic. But like, you know, if somebody is respectful of whatever you got going on, like I've had dudes come to me and like, hey, well, you know, your music fire, you kind of cute, and I'll be like, nah, I ain't on that. Like, I have a boyfriend, and they literally switch up their whole mood, and they're just like, okay, well, I respect that. You feel me? You're still a good female artist, and I'm gonna still support you regardless. That's the type of energy, because I already know, like, not every dude is just gonna be like, you know, super platonic and have no intentions. But if you tell somebody, hey, I have a boyfriend, or I'm in a relationship, or I'm not looking for that, and they completely respect that, I respect you all for it. Because the thing is that, like, it takes a true person, like, to, like, if you genuinely fuck with somebody, some kind of type of relationship like that should not affect whether you still fuck with them or not. You feel me? I had people, like the rappers that tried to work with me, don't even want to talk to me after that. Cause I don't want to fuck them or, you know, anything like that. You feel me? Like that's shifty, that's weird. So don't hit me up when I'm over here getting duck plays, appearing on magazines and shit, and you like, oh, I could have had that feature. But nah, bro, fuck you, bro, fuck you, type shit. So yeah, that's my warning for all female rappers. I mean, if you wanna go fuck a nigga, that's on you. You feel me? That's on you. But like, you know, you don't necessarily have to do that to get anywhere, because you know, if you're talented, your talents will show. And if you have a likable personality, and you know, because this is another thing that people don't realize with rap, you can't just be a good rapper and not have, you know, something that people like about you. Even if you are weird. Kanye is the weirdest, like the weirdest nigga ever, dog, but it's so entertaining that we want to watch more. Like, what kind of weird shit is Kanye gonna say today? Like, we want to hear that. Like, what's good? You feel me? If you don't have anything like that makes you like cool, or even if you're like a ASAP Rocky, you don't even gotta speak much. You just got like that cool fashion, like you're a fashionista dude or something like that. Have something that someone can talk about. You can't just make music and think, oh yeah, I'm not even that interesting of a person, but my rhymes is good, so it ain't gonna work out for you.
Yeah, it's not gonna work out for you
at all.
So, what do you want people to take from your music, and what impact do you want your music to have?
I want people to feel how they feel. Let me stop. Okay, no, Quavo. Anyway, no, I want people to, you know, be able to know that whatever you're going through, it doesn't really matter, because honestly, whatever you manifest and whatever you want to do is gonna happen for you. Period. Like, I don't care. Like, you can have the whole world against you. You can have, like me, you have limited funds, nobody likes you, nobody wants to be your friend like that. You got like 3 friends for the last like 12 years. Like, you feel me? And, you know, if you put your mind to it and you really want to do something. Another thing that people need to realize, I hate saying this, but like, rap isn't something that you can just start doing. You feel me? You just can't, oh, I'm gonna be a rapper now. Like, if a lot of music, you need to have some type of talent with it. A lot of people don't have talent and they want to be rappers. Like, bro, what? My biggest question to people is, what do you do rap for? I get a ton of different types of, you know, answers to that. I'm like, oh, I wanna make music so that, you know, I can make money. I want to be famous. I want to be this. I want to be that. But rarely do I ever hear. Rarely. And these are the people that like. The people who give me this answer, their music are usually fire. Gas. Oh yeah, I want to make music for myself. I want to make music because I like making music. I like perfecting it. You feel me? I'm not gonna lie, when I first started doing rap, I was like, you know, very frustrated because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I still don't know what I want to do. We're just experimenting at this point, so y'all along for the ride. But like, you feel me? It's just like, I remember my boyfriend's cousin, he's asking me like, what do you want to do with rap? Like, what is your purpose? Like, what do you want to do? And I had to think about that for a long time, and it was just like, what did music do for me? You feel me? Music helped me, you know, be myself and, you know, push through, you know, the impossible. At this point, all through I've been through, like, I'm just like, yo, I can do anything. If I'm able to, in a six months, to get a whole crib and a car and everything like that, I literally had nothing, came to bro with nothing, no money, no job, no nothing, and I was able to make something of myself in 6 months. Imagine what I can do 2 years from now with music. I made it, you know, and almost 1K on every song by myself, like type shit. I didn't need features. I didn't need, you know, all this other shit like, oh yeah, you know, I do promotion for myself, of course, but that's what you're supposed to do. I don't know how else you're supposed to grow your fan base, but you know, people like, you know, do this like, oh, I'm gonna have this feature from this famous person, and I'm definitely gonna get this kind of traction and all this, like, no, you don't. If you're talented, people will gravitate towards you regardless. Like, you can be the trashiest nigga in the world, and like, you will not like go anywhere, even if you got a Drake feature. We've seen it before. You get a co-star from Drake, that one song pop, you get fucking platinum, #1 hit in the country. Where are you at right now? What other singles do you have? Nothing. Yeah, I'm not trying to be here for a fun time. I'm here for the long time. You feel me? Like, nah, bro. I'm trying to stay here. I'm trying to make music that people could like listen to over and over again. And I don't want one song to pop. I don't want to go viral off of one song. Like, that's why I'm not tripping that, like, you know, I got 7 songs out right now. I probably got maybe like 5, 6, 7 songs that I haven't like released, but like, I want it to be like a good amount of catalog before something goes viral, and then somebody's like, oh well, what else should she have? If I have like a bunch of trash music, or I only have that one song that goes viral, then like they're gonna be like, oh well, none of your shit competes with everything. I'd rather have like this like little paper trail of just like all this type of music, and then like, oh, you see the gradual increase. Okay, it's not like a one-time deal. Like, she can keep doing this and reciprocating and everything like this. And I just, you know, back to the original question, with music, I want kids to feel comfortable being themselves. I want them to realize that everything is possible as long as you make it possible. You're the only person who limits yourself. I've seen people with children, female rappers, shout out Rico Nasty, bro, she had a whole jet at 17, bro. You know, R.I.P. to her baby daddy and shit, but like, bro, she did this shit by herself, and I respect the fuck out of that. No cap, cause bro, at 17 having a kid as a female, your life is over. This is what everybody tells you. You have a kid young, your life is over. You're done. You're done. You can't do anything else. You gotta raise a kid. Rico said, fuck that. I'm still be a rapper, and that's exactly what she did. So when you see things like that, when you see, you know, people like Samuel Jackson, who are crackheads on the street, become one of the biggest top paid actors of all time, you can't tell me that nothing is possible. You can't do anything. Like, you yourself, if you don't want to put the effort and like you don't have the will to keep going, you're not gonna be able to do shit. Period. You keep telling yourself that you're not gonna be able to do shit, you're not gonna be able to do shit.
That's true. That's true.
Period.
So like, Do you have any shows coming up, any music coming out that you want people to know about?
Alright, so currently, I'm trying to go to Atlanta so I can work with Buku Abby, and so that should be a song soon. Be on the lookout for that one. Also, I'm trying to make a show right now. No cap, but I've been kind of like focused on the holidays and everything like that, but hopefully at the end, probably January, February, there should be a show in the works, so you guys look out for that. And I'm also dropping a new song next Friday. I haven't decided which one yet, so I'm not gonna say it's gonna be this one, and it's not, but like definitely y'all should just, you know, be on the lookout for a song. A song is coming out next week.
You have any shout outs you want to say? Any last words you'd like to share with people, anyone?
Alright, I gotta do it like MTV. Alright, I would like to shout out, you know, Constant for being the hardest producer ever. Gang, gang, gang. I would like to shout out Cool Boy Fresh for being the most positive nigga. Like, he just says yes to everything. He the yes man to everything. If you literally just need to feel good about yourself, ask Cool Boy. He'll be like, yeah, bro, this shit hard. He'll definitely fuck with your shit regardless. You feel me? But like, shout out to him because he's talented as fuck. Shout out to Giles, my cousin. He hard as fuck. Shout out to Puba, Jiggy, all of the flea market. Shout out to South Strip. Shout out to motherfucking, who else? Shout out to Geneva, cause she hard. Go buy a liar. I have a shirt. We're gonna make more shirts. You feel me? Go buy them shits. I'm trying to make money. Come on, man. Let's get in. But yeah, shout out to Liar. And who else? Shout out to Tavares. You go back. What the fuck? Yeah, shout out to like all my photographers, all them niggas at MIU and all that other bullshit. But yeah, basically, gang, we out here.
And thank you guys for watching The Unknown.
Like and subscribe. And my name is Skodi, and thank you for watching.